Guys, Sean C. Phillips with our brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. They're going to go out today, see if things come out today, see if things are on sale. Now today though, new release-wise, some of the bigger things that are coming out today is the Suicide Squad. And with that one, I know there's a number of different retail exclusive versions. I believe Target and Walmart both have different versions that have, I think it's like different slip covers on both of them from what I could tell. And then Best Buy has the exclusive steelbook version of the film. Also though, Stillwater, that's releasing today, as well as Don't Breathe 2 is coming out. I don't think there's any exclusive versions for Don't Breathe 2, though. And then also, though, one thing that's coming out, which I don't know if it's going to be in stores, I feel like it might. There's like a slight chance it could be in Best Buy. Is a movie that I've been waiting for to come out on Blu-ray forever. Like, it's one of those things I've been like talking about a million times. I ended up, pre-ordering it, so it should be coming soon from Amazon. But it's, Nothing But Trouble, which is a movie, like I said, I've absolutely loved that movie. I've been waiting for that to come out forever on Blu-ray. So that's one of the ones that releases today as well. Like I said, I don't know if that's going to be in stores or not. Also, though, at the end of this video is going to be a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews, so the things I received to review and talk about for you guys. So definitely stay tuned for those as well. And as always, too, let me know what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that are reviewed. If you guys have seen them, what you guys thought of them, and also if you guys plan on picking any of them up. Anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. But let's check here in the front though and see if they have anything changed out here. They haven't here in a while changed out the front here, but we'll see. You never know. Let's see. I see somebody like peeking and stuff over here. But you can see it's like seems to be the same things in the past couple weeks there. As far as I can tell, she's like peeking at the stuff, but no. It didn't seem to be anything new. It seemed like the stuff from the past few weeks there, like Free Guy and stuff like that. I've noticed that they occasionally change that stuff out in the front. It kind of is very random, and some of the locations I've noticed do it much more often than others and everything like that. So let's get back here. They've usually been doing a pretty good job with getting out all the new stuff lately, and I'm actually seeing from right here, it looks like they've got a bunch of this stuff out. Well, taking a look in here, though, they have out all the new stuff here. I have to kind of talk over all the music and everything here, but they do have the Suicide Squad in here, and the 4K version here is $32.99 for this one. And it has different covers on all the different editions here. So then the standard Blu-ray here is $26.99 for this edition here, and then the DVD here is $22.99 for that one. And I usually, sometimes too, Walmart will have like a different cover for the DVD version of their one. And then they have their exclusive one. Like I was saying, it has an exclusive cover on it. So it's not really a slip cover. It's like kind of like, I can't tell how it opens up. It's like kind of seems like it's closed on all sides. Maybe it opens up out of the top for that one. That's $26.99 for that one. And then they have Don't Breathe 2 here for $22.99 for the Blu-ray, $19.99 for the DVD of that one. And they also have like a double feature one here, which has both the films. It doesn't look like there's a Blu-ray double feature, but it's $24.99 for both the films. Stillwater here is $24.99 for the Blu-ray of that one, and then $19.99 for the DVD. And I believe this one came out today as well, this one here called Ride the Eagle. I don't know anything about this one. If you guys have seen this one, let me know how that one was. That one is $12.99. And one of the other ones today that came out too, this is $17.99. This is a Target exclusive here of Rob Zombie's 31. So it's an exclusive steelbook here for that one. Like I said, this one is $17.99. So that's really cool as well. But other than that though, that seems to be all the main things that came out here today that I can tell. But definitely was a lot of different stuff today though. Yeah, but in there, at least in this Target location, they've done a much better job with getting out all the movies. Now, if only the Walmart right over there, that we go to every week that never has this stuff out, if only they would like do the same thing, you know what I mean, and start getting the stuff out all the time. But definitely was a lot of stuff this week. Like I said, I totally forgot too that Rob Zombie steelbook was releasing today for $31, the Target exclusive one. But like I said, we're gonna head over to Walmart now, and we'll see if this location changed anything out. I highly doubt it. It hasn't done it in a long time. I wasn't here a couple days ago though, and I saw they had a few new things put on the shelves, but I'm not expecting very much today. But we'll see, fingers crossed though. But like I said, it's never really is in this location, but you never know, maybe all of a sudden they've changed. Into Walmart we go. All right, so we're gonna head back. I have not peeked or anything like that, but we'll see. Like I said, when I was in here a couple of days ago, they had changed a couple random things out in here, so maybe that's the way it's gonna be. Let's see if we can peek. So, oh, no. Nope, it's all empty. So what it shows though is the stuff is selling. People are buying the things because it had a bunch of stuff in it from the past week or so. But it's always like this in here. It's so crazy how you see the sign for the movie, but then none of them. You can see that the 4K is $29.96. Suicide Squad, the DVDs $19.96. Don't Breathe, $19.96 for the Blu-ray, $17.96 for the DVD. There's something here called a bunch of Christmas ones here today too, like so what's this one? Don't Breathe. The 4K is going to be $24.99, but there's like Christmas She Wrote, Time for Us to Come, USS Christmas, Nashville Christmas, If I Only Had a Christmas. So it seems like a bunch of different Christmas ones, I guess like Hallmark kind of ones and stuff like that for today. But we're still, like I said, going to go to the other location though. But yeah, none of this stuff here. Saving Sloan, On the Rocks, Stillwater, Death Alley. I don't know what that one is. I have to see what that one is. The other store. Warning, Walker Season 1. So you see like a bunch of stuff today, but of course, as always, none of the new things are changed out in here. But we'll head to, you know, the other location, and you know, we shall see though. So fingers crossed. But what was I expecting? You know what I mean? What was I expecting? Into the second Walmart we go. Fingers crossed. So it's looking like I see all the stuff out. Well, it seems like I'm seeing some of the new stuff. So let's see for Suicide Squad. So yeah, like I was saying, oh, they actually have is it a lenticular cover? Yeah, it's actually a lenticular cover of the shark changing. It's kind of hard to see it in this case, but this is cool. You see like the shark, yeah, so it's like changes between the stances of the characters. That's really cool. That one's $24.99 for this one. It's only on Blu-ray, their exclusive edition, and then the standard DVD is $19.96. Don't Breathe is $19.96, and then $17.96 for the DVD. 4K is $24.96. $22.96 for the double feature, and then it was $29.96 for the 4K version of Suicide Squad. Well, that cart's really making some noise. Let's see though, right here. So I don't know if they changed. Yeah, here's some of the stuff today. Walker Season 1. That was one of the ones that came out today, and that was $19.96. And I feel like there might have been a couple other things in that spot in the other location that I don't see here. Maybe, unless I'm wrong. Maybe I saw. Maybe they were out or not. I don't know for sure. And I see like a Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius down here. I guess this might be like a reissue of this or something, or it's in the wrong place. Because it says Peppa Pig here, so I guess this must be in the wrong spot. Yeah, I don't think this is a new, maybe it's a re-release of Jimmy Neutron or something like that. Let's see though, anything else mixed in over here. I have to check on the other side too. Like I said, I feel like there might have been a couple other titles I remember seeing listed in the other one right there, but I might be wrong about that. Let's see if there's anything else mixed in here randomly or anything like that. I'm not seeing anything. I don't see any of those Christmas ones that I was mentioning either, that they had the empty spaces for. Let's see. No, I don't see any other ones here as far as I can tell. Let's check on the side too, because sometimes over here too, randomly, there can be some other things mixed in, but no, it doesn't look like it. As far as I can tell, I don't see anything else randomly mixed here. But yeah, they do have all the spots out for these Christmas ones here. But other than that, though, they do have this, like I said, the Suicide Squad, and that's definitely a cool exclusive edition for that one that they have. But other than that, though, it doesn't look like I see anything else different here, though, as far as I can tell, though. Into Best Buy we go. You can watch them over there too, like tearing down the Applebee's. I guess it wasn't salvageable. They're like totally dismantling it. Really bad over there. But yeah, but we'll go in there and see. We'll see if they have the Scream Steelbook. And I thought last Tuesday I said something about that being a Best Buy exclusive, but it's actually not exclusive. The Steelbook of Scream, that should be available everywhere, but we'll see if they have that in here this week as well. But we'll head back here and see, and they kind of changed, like I talked about last Tuesday, the configuration of this section a little bit. But I see the Free Guy was, I think, a week or two back. But they have Don't Breathe here, the 4K here for $24.99 for the 4K, and then they still have some of the old Steelbooks left in here. Let's see, I don't see any of the other new ones here, right here in the front, like Carlito's Way was a week or so back. Let's see, I always have to check here too. I've noticed they've been putting some newer ones right here on the side as well. Let's see. Oh, so I see Suicide Squad. I do not see, though, any of the exclusive steelbooks. That would be $34.99 for that one, but it's $24.99 for the Blu-ray, $29.99 for the DVD. No, sorry, $29.99 for the 4K of that one. Stillwater here is $22.99 for that one. This one I really liked. I was really surprised with this one. Definitely would recommend you guys check this one out. And they have the Star Trek original series here on Blu-ray. This is the steelbook version of them, so they're all steelbook editions of the films. And that one's $89.99 for that one. Other than that, though, we're gonna add for Jungle Cruise coming out the 16th. But let's see if there's anything else over here. Oh, this is one of the other things that came out. I forgot this was today. This one with Bill Murray, called, with Rashida Jones. I'm definitely interested in seeing this one. It's only $11.99. That's a really cheap price for that. This one, On the Rocks. Like I said, I'm definitely interested in seeing this one. I might get that one. Other than that, though, let's see anything else today. Survivors, that was last week. Oh, this is one of the other ones today. The Underworld. This is the all the films on 4K. I never have actually watched any of these films in my entire life. I've never seen one of these movies. But that one's $59.99 for that one on 4K here. Other than that, though, let's see. I think this might have been today. This Demon Slayer one here. It's a steelbook. Demon Slayer steelbook. The complete first season. Oh no, not Demon Slayer, Goblin Slayer. Sorry, Goblin Slayer. $39.99 for that one. Other than that, though, there's some empty stuff here. I don't think that was this week, but I'm not seeing anything else different here as far as I can tell. That seems to be all the main new things here today, though, as far as I can tell. I'm not seeing anything else mixed in here. So anyway, though, guys, that was all for my DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also, though, in the comments below, though, let me know anything new that you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K today, if you guys ended up picking up anything new. Also, as well, let me know anything new that you guys have been watching on streaming, or any new movies that you guys have seen in theaters or anything like that. I did want to mention that I have been watching the Child's Play series. That was one of the things I forgot to mention last Tuesday, but I have been watching that series and really like that a lot. Like, I feel like I kind of am liking that more than the last couple movies. I think it's a really, really good series. Really, really impressed with that, honestly. I haven't watched any of that Day of the Dead series, though. If you guys have watched that series, let me know. Let me know what you guys thought as well for the Child's Play series, if you guys have been checking that out. Also, be sure as well to let me know anything new that you guys picked up. I mean, it's not anything new, and what you guys thought of the new DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks I reviewed at the end of this video. If you guys have seen them, what you guys thought of them. Also, you guys plan on picking any of them up. But anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first ones I got here are both from Shout Factory, and these are the brand new editions here of Coraline and ParaNorman. Now, I absolutely love these movies. I remember, too, when I saw ParaNorman in theaters, I remember, like, how much I absolutely loved the movie. I kind of was almost, like, in tears because of how much I liked this movie, because it just had that total vibe to me of a throwback to, like, a real 80s movie. It had this real 80s style vibe to it, but, like, get a modern feel as well. And there's something about it I absolutely loved, it, like, the whole vibe of the film and everything. But these are both really, really great, super visual, stylistic films. I think out of all the movies, too, that Leica, how do you say their company? Is it Leica? Leica, I believe is how you say their company. The films that they've done, I think these, though, are my favorite of all of them that they've done so far. I also really did like the Box Trolls as well. But on these ones, though, they have brand new special features. On Coraline, it has an Inside Leica, Discover the Characters of Coraline, including never-before-seen test footage on here. It has also has Revisiting the Puppets on here, character concepts on here, a commentary track on here, featurettes, deleted scenes, feature-length storyboards, making of Coraline, and then on ParaNorman, that has the characters on here, never-before-seen test footage, looking back at the puppets, feature-length storyboards, has on here character concept art, behind-the-scenes photo galleries on here, commentary track on here, also has featurettes. There's also in here, too, they both include the DVDs and Blu-rays of the films, and if you guys, like I said, have not seen these movies, they are absolute must-watch films. There's also a booklet in here, which has some stuff about the production on here as well. And there's also a booklet in here for ParaNorman. But like I said, I remember seeing ParaNorman in theaters and like kind of started like tearing up because I was like so inspired by the movie because I just absolutely loved it so much. Here's a look though inside here at this one. But like I said, out of both of them, ParaNorman is definitely my favorite of them. But really glad to have the brand new, Blu-ray edition here. Like I said, it has the Blu-ray and the DVD of the films. The next one here, now this is a Best Buy exclusive steelbook here. You guys can get, like I said, only can get this steelbook at Best Buy. And I put the sticker on here too, just to remind you guys too that it was a Best Buy exclusive. Also, so I didn't forget to say that. But this is the brand new Best Buy exclusive 4K Blu-ray here of Apocalypse Now, and this is the final cut version of the film. It also includes the Blu-ray, it includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, as well as a digital copy of the film. Now, when I put the digital copy on Vudu, it ended up including all the edits of the film, and I'm not sure if it always includes that, or that might have been because I redeemed the old edition years and years ago, which include digital copies as well. So like I said, I'm not sure with that, but I'm pretty sure when it includes the digital copy, it includes the digital copy of the final cut version of the film. I'm pretty sure throughout the years, all the different edits of the film, because I watched this when it first came out on Blu-ray years back. That was the first time I ever had seen it, and I think I watched the theatrical version, and then I saw, recently, I saw the final cut version on here, but I saw the final cut version before when it came out again. I think the original 4K of this one. I absolutely love this movie. This is one of those movies, too, like I said, I didn't see this one until recently when I saw the Blu-ray, when it came out to Blu-ray, or if I wasn't even the first time it came to Blu-ray. I think it was one of the later editions of it, but I finally saw this. But it's basically though about Martin Sheen's character going out into basically out into the jungle to try and find, it was why am I blanking on it? Why am I blanking on the name right now? Marlon Brando's character, who's like kind of hiding out in the woods and kind of is cracked up with him and his whole group of these soldiers. And it's like it's got a scary vibe to this too. I love this movie. Once it gets to the stuff with Marlon Brando is when I feel like this movie really becomes like really cool. And you can tell too that this definitely had like either one of the two people saw each other's the film. I think this was before. I can't remember what year this one was from originally. Was it 79? So it had like I think Cannibal Holocaust got some inspiration for this movie, because if you see Cannibal Holocaust, some of the scenes in that, it kind of has a similar kind of vibe to this. But a great movie, like I said, if you guys have never seen this one, and also if you guys have never seen it too, to see it on 4K for the first time is definitely how to recommend seeing this movie. But a great film. Has on here, though, Final Cut Introduction by Francis Ford Coppola on this one. The next one here is from Lionsgate as well, and this is a movie here called Needle in a Time Stack. And this is an interesting movie. This is basically, though, about like this couple who, Orlando Bloom's character had dated the one woman before. I think they were actually married, and then they had broken up. And it's kind of like in a world where there's like time travel is possible, and there's people that are kind of like messing around with like time, like the time frames and stuff like that. And basically, though, he believes that his wife now is going, basically like Orlando Bloom is trying to get his wife back, his ex-wife back, by messing with the time frame and kind of trying to change it so they didn't meet before. And so basically like there's these time things that happen. Every time there's a time jump, everyone kind of calls their loved ones to make sure that they still know who each other are and all this kind of stuff. Because like if a time jump happens, that it can kind of change the whole time frame of things and stuff like that. So basically, though, Orlando Bloom's character is trying to get her back and kind of messing with the time frame of things. It's a really interesting movie and a different kind of take on time travel films. This one has on here, though, feature-wise deleted scenes. It also has a making of on here as well. The next one here, this is from Universal, and this is one that I really, really like. This movie. This is one I give a top recommendation to, and this is a movie that stars Matt Damon called Stillwater. And like I said, I absolutely love this movie. I didn't know a whole lot about this film. This also stars Abigail Breslin in the movie as well. And the director of this movie has done a lot of stuff I liked. He did like Win-Win, as a handful of them. I think The Visitor he did. There's a bunch of different movies that he had directed. But this basically, though, about Matt Damon's character who's going to visit his daughter who's in prison in France. And basically, though, normally his mother would go, and then something has happened, and like the mother is sick, and she's on a breathing thing, and she can't go anymore to take this trip. And Abigail Breslin's character, his daughter's character, is in prison for accused of murder. And basically, though, he's going to go there and visit her because like, basically that's kind of like she has a certain time when she can see people and everything, so he's going instead of the grandmother. And it's kind of like the whole thing when he goes there, he's never really left the country, he doesn't exactly know what he's doing, so and he's also kind of there too. He wants to sort of see if he can also help his daughter as well and see if like anything can be done. And right when he gets there, the daughter hands this note saying that there's other evidence and saying that there's also, you know, this person, and they believe this person could have been the one that committed the murder, and she had nothing to do with this. So basically, though, you know, he's there trying to, right when he gets there and finds out about this, he wants to try and help the daughter, but he doesn't really know how to help her. And then he ends up meeting this woman there, and he kind of starts living with her. And it's kind of hard to explain everything that happens. It's essentially, though, about him getting to Florida. I mean, why do I keep saying Florida? Getting to France. And when he gets to France, he kind of stays there and kind of is figuring out what he's going to do. But I love this movie. This is one, like I said, highly recommend you guys check this one out on here. This one has on here, though, an Acrimony of Viewpoints featurette. So a bunch of different featurettes on here, as well as a featurette here with the director as well talking about the film. The next one here is from Universal as well. And this is the brand new Steelbook edition here, the limited edition Steelbook here of the Rankin and Bass Presents the Original Christmas Special collection here. This is the 5 holiday special collection here on a Steelbook version. And this one has on here, though, you know, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, the Little Drummer Boy, and then Cricket on the Hearth one on here in this set. But like I said, I want to let you guys know that this one is available here. This is the Blu-ray set of them in the Blu-ray Steelbook here in this set, which includes the 5 holiday specials here. And the one that you don't hear about very much is the Cricket on the Hearth one. The other ones, I feel like the ones that I always know the most is Rudolph, Frosty, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Those are the ones that I always remember really well. The next one here, and this is one that is from Sony. I just finished watching this now. I was really looking forward to watching this now. Keep in mind, though, this particular, if you guys are getting the 4K version of the film, it only includes the 4K. It doesn't include a Blu-ray copy, so just keep that in mind. It has the 4K as well as a digital copy of the film as well. And this is Don't Breathe 2. And like I said, I was really looking forward to watching this. And this is one of those movies, too, where it's like, it's a sequel, but it's also one of these things where it doesn't matter whatsoever if you haven't seen the first movie. Like, this is honestly its own thing. It's in many ways, it's like, it's a sequel, but at the same time, it's like, it's its own thing where it's like, it's sort of like the same character, but like I said, it doesn't really matter if you've know anything whatsoever about the first film. And this is basically, though, about the same character from the first film, who's a character who is blind. And I don't want to say anything about the first movie, because if you haven't seen that one, it doesn't really matter if you have or haven't for this one. So I don't really want to ruin anything on that. But essentially, though, it ends with a fire, and now he's moved on to a new house. And then it starts off, though, with him in the house, and there's a girl there that he's taking care of, and you kind of figuring out, is this girl related to the first movie? Exactly who is this girl? And essentially, though, it deals with a home invasion going on about a group of these people who are breaking into this house, and then the girl is in there, and it's basically, though, trying to get something. I don't want to ruin too much about what's happening in this one, but what was really cool was one of the home invaders, and he was in the whole movie, was Brendan Sexton III, which I was so happy to see him in this movie. Brendan Sexton III has been around forever, and I've been a fan of him ever since Welcome to the Dollhouse. He was in that film. He was in the movie Pecker, Session 9, tons of movies that I love. So I was so happy to see him in here, and he was amazing in this movie. This is probably, out of everything he's done, I would say one of his best performances. I just thought he was great in this movie, and this is also a super brutal movie. The first movie was brutal. This one, like I said, it changes it all up about like this, adding this girl into it, and then he's trying to protect the girl, and it's a very different movie, but I loved it. I really liked this a lot. It's not as good as the first one, but still, I liked it. It's definitely 100% worth checking out. It has on here, though, Friends and Filmmakers featurette on here, a couple different featurettes on the film. It also has a commentary track on here with the filmmakers on this one here. It also looks great here on 4K. And the next one I got here is from Sony as well. It's a movie here called 9 Days, and this is a really interesting movie. This is kind of about like it's sort of about this guy who goes and watches. He has all these different TVs in this small house out in the middle of nowhere. He's watching all these different TVs and watching like these VHS tapes of like people's lives, and it's like through the perspective of their eyes of like what they're seeing and what they're doing and stuff. And he's kind of like looking at it and like categorizing the footage and stuff like that. And basically, though, he's like interviewing people to come in to to like live life, and it's basically like he's like having these different people that are coming in. He's like talking to them and seeing if like they're gonna end up being born into the world. It's like a really interesting kind of thing, and he's like kind of deciding if they're gonna have life, and he's talking about them before they're born into the world. It's like a really trippy, very very out there, kind of like in a sense of like a Cloud Atlas type of movie, and that kind of a little bit of a Terrence Malick kind of feel to this one. This one has on here feature wise the making of 9 days on this one. The next one here is from Warner Brothers. They sent over a free copy. This one, the late guys on this one is available, and this is the 4K edition. It includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy of the Suicide Squad. So I watched this one as well on HBO Max when this one first went on there, and I thought this one was really cool. This is one I wish I would have seen this one in theaters, because I saw, you know, of course I've seen pretty much, I think I've seen all of the DC ones in theaters, but this one though, you know, was actually R-rated as well, and it's directed by, you know, James Gunn, and I like James Gunn stuff, and it definitely has the vibe of his movies. It has the sort of Guardians of the Galaxy kind of feel as well. And if you guys know James Gunn stuff too, he always likes a lot of like kind of off the wall kind of comedy, over the top kind of stuff, because he came from Trauma for his movies, so he came from that kind of crazy off the wall kind of background from what he was started out doing. So I really like his kind of stuff because he goes very crazy with his films, and I definitely like this one more than I like the last Suicide Squad. Like the characters from that one are, you know, are not all back in this one though, but still really liked it. And you have Harley Quinn back in here, and it's basically all the supervillains together having to go and work together and stuff like that. But like I said, I really like this one. I thought this is a really fun movie. This one has on here though feature wise a gag reel, a deleted and extended scenes, the making of the most epic scenes on here, the comic book origins of the Suicide Squad, how James Gunn made the Suicide Squad, a director's commentary track on here as well. And the other one here is from Warner Brothers as well. They sent out a free copy as well. Let you guys know this one is available. And this is another one I want to let you guys know is available. And this is a show which was, you know, originally from like I think the 70s is when it was originally from. And this is the, you know, the reboot, the newest version of Kung Fu. This is Kung Fu, the complete first season here. This includes the Blu-ray as well as a digital copy of the show as well. This is basically though about this girl. It's a kind of like a vigilante show, you know, going and kind of like change. She's in school and kind of decides to go to China and kind of like basically goes and kind of isolates and learns like all these different techniques and stuff like that, and then goes and becomes a vigilante with what she's learned out there. It's a fun series though. I really like the original series as well of this one. I'll show you guys though a look inside as well. It has the episode guide in here as well for this one. And then feature wise on here, it has unaired scenes on here as well for this one. The next one here is from Paramount, and this is one we'll let you guys know is available as well. And this is from the Paramount Presents line, and this is the Rudolph Valentino film from 1921 called The Sheik. And I love too, like I've talked about too, the way the Paramount Presents lines are designed. It has on here though a slipcover, and inside it's in a clear case. And it has on here, it's numbered on the side, so this is number 25 of these releases, and it says 1921, and it also opens up like this too, so it has the original like poster artwork inside here as well on here for this one. But this one has on here Desert Heat, 100 Years with the Sheik featurette on here. It also has a digital copy, and here's a look though inside for this one as well. This one, does it have a quote? Yeah, it has a quote in here as well. Audience were clearly drawn to Valentino's eyes. His eyes do those things that are kind of unique to Valentino. He is mesmerizing. This is Leslie Midcuff on the Sheik. So it has like a little quote thing. That's one thing they always have inside a quote from either a filmmaker or, you know, someone involved with the film or a reviewer and stuff like that as well in these releases. And the next one is one that I remember watching this one years ago, and this is from Code Red and Kino, and this is National Lampoon's Movie Madness. And I remember really liking this one. I was glad to watch this again. It's one, if you look at the reviews, not everybody liked this movie, but I love this kind of humor. It's really strange, and it's basically like a parody of a 3 different types of films. Like one of them was like a guy, kind of like, I guess, parodying like Mr. Mom, and he like decided that he wanted to like leave his wife, and he wanted her to live on her own, so he kind of went in his own way, and then he had all these problems with his kids, and his kids kept getting lost. The other one was like a cop film. I can't remember what the third one was. I forgot what the second one was. I know the third one was a cop one, but they're very funny. It's like that kind of weird sort of humor, like I said, that not everyone's gonna like. Either you're gonna like this or you're not. There's kind of like no in between. I absolutely love it. They made it the same time too, National Lampoon's Class Reunion. I think it was actually, might have been made back to back or right around the exact same time they produced that one. This one has on here though the theatrical trailer as well. And the next one I got here is from Cape Light Pictures, and this is a really interesting documentary here called The Hidden Life of Trees. This is kind of talking all about the idea that trees are alive in a sense that they can kind of communicate with each other and help each other. And it's like an interesting thing. They were showing like this tree that had died years ago. It was like cut down. All you saw left was the like certain part of the bark at the bottom, like the trunk and stuff like that. But yet it was alive still. And it was kind of like they were like talking about how like other trees were kind of, you know, have their roots go to this tree that was dying and kind of keep it alive by giving it the sugars and stuff like that that it needs to survive. And it's kind of like talking about how these trees, how like are living and communicating with each other and keeping each other alive. And so like I said, it's an interesting thing showing all this kind of stuff to that one. Like I said, this is a documentary here called The Hidden Life of Trees. The next one here is from a company called it's R2R Entertainment. It's a movie here called Whitetail. And this is basically though about this family that ends up going out, you know, hunting on this hunting expedition, and they end up finding this guy out there that's all like messed up and has been injured and shot and stuff like that, and he has this bag of money, and it's kind of one of these type of things where they have to try and figure out what they're going to do, you know, about with this money, and at the same time, you know, somebody has shot this guy, and you know somebody's going to be coming after them, so they have to kind of figure out what they're going to do, and then, you know, if the people who are looking for this guy and shot him are going to come after them for finding the money. So it becomes this whole big thing, like a total situation that they go through. This, like I said, this one here is called Whitetail. The next ones here, these ones are all from moviezing.com. I'll have a link below where you guys can order these ones for the best price. And this one here is also from the Warner Archive. This is a movie which I always have really liked. I'm glad this is finally on Blu-ray. This is also directed by Ron Howard. This stars Henry Winkler and Michael Keaton. And they, you know, and what was fun too was like Ron Howard made this like right around when he had left, Happy Days. And of course, you know, Henry Winkler was on Happy Days. So it was kind of, this is also kind of like early for Henry Winkler to do something more R-rated, and even Ron Howard doing something R-rated. So it was kind of like a different thing at the time for them. There was a movie here called Night Shift, and this is a crazy movie. It's basically, though, about like, you know, working at the this morgue, and then they come with the idea, these guys come with the idea of turning it into like this kind of like, you know, having like becoming pimps and bringing women in there and like kind of finding a way to make extra money and stuff like that. It's a really, really wacky, ridiculous movie. I always really like this one, and you don't hear about this one too often, but like I said, really glad this one is finally on Blu-ray. The next one here is from moviezing.com as well, and this is from the National Geographic, and I just started watching this. This is a fun show. It's a show called Breaking Bobby Bones. I don't know if there's going to be another season of this one or not, but this one here is basically, it's kind of like the show Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe. It's sort of like that, and it's basically like Bobby Bones going and having to do these type of like crazy things. Like the first one was him going and having to like clean the windows over the observation deck of the Grand Canyon. That's a thing where it kind of hangs over and you can stand and look down, and he has to go under there and like clean the windows under there. So it's like kind of like stuff like that, of him having to go and do these crazy kind of dangerous type of jobs that most people wouldn't want to do. And he's kind of going and doing them and seeing what it's like and showing the whole behind the scenes of it and stuff like that. Like I said, it's a pretty interesting show here. It's a 2-disc set here for this one. The next one here is also from moviezing.com. It's a movie here, and this is also from Cinedigm. It's a movie here called The Stairs. And this one's reminding me a little bit of Channel Zero, the one that was like in the woods. And this is basically, though, I kind of like the beginning part of this better than the rest of this stuff, but it was basically, though, about like this grandfather and his niece that were going on like this hunting expedition, and basically, though, something ends up happening, and like you know, you see like these weird steps out in the middle of the woods, and this weird sort of creature and stuff grabs the one, and it's like years later, it's a group of people who are going out hunting out there, and they end up coming across these stairs, and they kind of like what they lead into, and weird sort of things start to happen. It's a really creepy movie. Like I said, I kind of like the stuff in the very beginning with John Snyder in the beginning a little bit more than the later stuff. Some movies are like that, when you kind of like the beginning stuff more before it comes to like the later group of people. The other ones here, these ones are all from Mill Creek, and it's a whole bunch of really cool new releases here to let you guys know that are available. And the first ones here are all the ones that are in the VHS slipcover line, and there's 4 different ones here, and this one is one that stars Lou Diamond Phillips and Kiefer Sutherland. This is Renegades here, And like I said, I love these VHS slipcovers, the way they use it, or they're designed here. That says like "Don't miss, worth seeing," a little sticker on here that says "Be kind, rewind," like the code number for the tape if they would go on the. Because basically, if you guys don't know, for video rentals, a lot of places they would not have the tapes in the cases, so you'd have to go in the front and they would get them for you, and they would have like a code number right here. So it would be the number. Then they'd have to go in the back and look for the code number that was on the tape to try and find it. And I remember sometimes too they would have a hard time finding it, and it was a whole big to do. But here's a look, and underneath too, it also has the different artwork as well. And then this is the one that I always really liked, it with Rick Moranis and Eric Idle. And Eric Idle was also the writer of the film as well. He didn't direct the film, did he? I don't know if he directed it or not. No, he didn't direct it, but he wrote the movie. It was one called Splitting Hairs, and it's kind of one of the ones where there's like a mix-up, and Rick Moranis ends up becoming like this king. It's a really fun movie. I always watched this one so many times as a kid, like crazy. I would rent this one all the time. It's from 1993. The other one here was one, Casual Sex here. You know, and this is a fun movie with Leah Thompson in here. Was it Leah Thompson? Yeah, Leah Thompson in here and Victoria Jackson. And here's the original artwork that I always remember for this one. I think this one came out to Blu-ray a little while ago. And the other one here is called Cole here with Kevin Sorbo, Cole the Conqueror here. This one here as well. Like I said, just want you guys know that these ones were available. And this one here, it says 30-day guarantee on previously viewed movie. What does this one have for sticker? Rated R. The code thing down there. Splitting Hairs says comedy. Little sticker down there. And the next one I got here is from Mill Creek as well. And this is a double feature Blu-ray here, which has two different films which star Vince Vaughn. The first one is The Breakup, and the other one is The Dilemma. Both these ones are really ones that I remember really liking a lot. I actually don't have either of these ones on Blu-ray, and I especially remember really liking The Dilemma. That was a really fun movie that Ron Howard directed. And this is one which I've always loved this movie. This is from Mill Creek as well, which stars Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito and Emma Thompson, called Junior. And I've watched this movie throughout the years so many times. And I know not everybody likes this movie, but it's basically, though, about Danny DeVito, you know, doing this experiment and impregnating, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And that's basically what it is. And it's kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger is pregnant and having to, like, go through the whole thing. And it's kind of this whole craziness of all this weird stuff going on. And like I said, it's one of those movies, either you're going to like this movie or you're not. And either you're going to, like, accept how strange this is. I accept how strange this is and absolutely embrace and love this movie. But not everyone's going to be the same way with this movie. But I've loved this movie since I was a kid. Probably watched this movie, I don't even know. I know how many times throughout the years. It's not as good as Twins, though, of course, but still, you know, anytime you can, you know, the idea of having Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger together is amazing to me. And I still hope we get, you know, the Triplets movie. I think that'd be great to see them together again. The other one here is, I want to let you guys know, is available as well. And this is from Mill Creek, is one here called Romance in the Wilds here. And like I said, this was the one I just want you guys know was available. The other one here from Mill Creek is a movie that stars Matthew McConaughey and Bill Paxton and Harvey Keitel, U-571. So the DVD release of that one here from Mill Creek, as well as there's a TV series here called Hearthrone, which stars Jada Pinkett Smith. This is the complete series of the show. When did that show? So that show ran from 2009 to 2011 is when this show aired, and it was on TNT. I totally don't remember that show, so I don't know how many seasons this was. I guess it was all 30 episodes for the first time available on DVD here. So it's season 1, season 2. So it's 3 seasons. So it ran for 3 seasons for this show here. And the last one from Mill Creek, and this is the Ultraman Manja. I'm sorry, I'm probably saying that totally wrong here. And this is the DVD set here, complete series plus specials here on DVD. And I'll show you guys, though, a look inside here at this one. It also has a booklet in here as well, which has like the episode guide. It shows like the weapons from the show, you know, like I said, the episode guide, and also has, does it also show the creatures in here too? Sometimes it shows like the creatures. I think it shows for the episode guide the creatures that are in each particular one here. And the next ones here, these ones are from you know, Severin Films, and this is one that I always really liked. It's a fun movie. This is a movie that was from you know, was the Claudio Ferguson, you know, who was, you know, directed Troll 2. He made this movie like right after Troll 2, and this had, you know, Michael Paul Stevenson is this as well, who played Joshua in Troll 2, and it's kind of like this haunted house movie. It's really wacky, ridiculous film here called Beyond Darkness here, and this one has on here, though, a direct interview here with the director, interview here with the co-writer, interview in here with the with actor David Brendan. It has on here a trailer. It also has a bonus CD soundtrack in here as well, so that's really cool. That includes the music for this one. Here's a look inside for this one. Hopefully at some point, I would love if like Severin released Troll 2 and then released the soundtrack for Troll 2 and like a release, or like someday there's like a Troll 2 4K, like I think, or like a Troll 2 Steelbook lenticular cover or something like that. I feel like it would be kind of crazy for, I don't know, that'd be kind of cool for Troll 2. This is a movie here from Severin Films as well, and they sent the cool like limited edition version of this one, and it's a movie here called Retribution: The Ultimate Nightmare, and it's like really a crazy idea. It's like this guy who like jumps off of this building and he ends up like dying, but then he doesn't, he like lives after it happened because he's in the hospital, and it's kind of like got like this Hellraiser type of feel, like after he like dies and then comes back to life and like gets resuscitated, he like starts seeing really weird things, and it's got like this, like I said, this Hellraiser sort of feel, and he's like all sort of weird sort of things start to happen to him. He starts having these weird type of things that are going on, and it's just a really quirky, out there, crazy movie. And it includes on here the 3-disc collection, which includes the US theatrical cut, the extended Dutch cut, as well as the remastered soundtrack on CD. And it has on here a commentary track on here with the writer-director, commentary track on here with the writer, co-writer, interview on here with actress Leslie Wing, interview with actress Suzanne Snyder, interview with Mike Muscat, Alan Herworth on here, the composer, interview on here, Bingo, student short film on here, still and poster gallery. Here's a look though inside here as well for the disc. So like I said, it's a 3-disc set with a CD soundtrack, and here's the booklet in here. It has a booklet about the production, all that kind of stuff here as well. But a really interesting movie. Like I said, this is one I had never seen before, but a really out there movie with like weird sort of things starting to happen to the guy, you know, after he comes back to like basically he's resuscitated and kind of starts to have these weird abilities and weird sort of things start to happen to him and all that kind of stuff. The other one here from Severin Films is a double feature here, Franco Noir one here, which has 2 different movies. It has Death Whistles the Blues on here, which is directed by Jess Franco, as well as Riffy in the City, which is directed by Jess Franco as well. And both films are from, one film is from 62, other one is from 63 on here, and it has an interview on here with Stephen Thrower, author of Murders, Passions, The Delirious Cinema of Jess Franco on here as well. And the last ones here are ones I just want you guys know were available, and these are both from Full Moon Features. And this is one here called The Resonator, Masaconic U, and this is directed by William Butler. And this is kind of like, in a way, like a sequel, sort of, to like From Beyond. It's like in that same universe and stuff like that, kind of dealing with like the technology from beyond, and like bringing back these weird sort of like creatures by using this experimentation device. It kind of has the vibe of like Terror Vision as well. It's sort of in that kind of vibe. It's a really fun movie. And the other one here, I just want you guys know is available. This is from the director of Burial Ground. This is one here called Mania Killer. Like I said, just want you guys know that this one was available from Full Moon Features. Anyway though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching, subscribing, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.